happy to be here today. It's Monday morning. And what are we going to be talking about today? Well, I'm going to tell you right up front is that when you're running a business online, it's important for you to understand is that people have a short attention span. People want either pain or pleasure fixed. So pain fixed or pleasure enhanced. So what I see over and over again on all kinds of groups in Facebook and YouTube is they make themselves so glorious that I've achieved this, I've achieved that, I've got this huge house, I've got this Lamborghini, I've got a Ferrari, I've got a pool, I've got exotic travel. But you know something really, people don't care about that. Because if you're one of the people that do care about that, that's kind of like vanity. And when it comes to people showing these things of what they've accomplished, consumers don't care about that. They just want to know how you're going to fix their problem. And they want you to fix their problem right now. Example, people are screaming. I see it in a lot of these affiliate marketing groups on Facebook that they're saying, how do I get more leads? How do I get more business? How do I sell this product? Blah, 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 so forth, right? And what is the number one way to get more business is by putting yourself out there. But stop telling about your success stories. And I'm getting to my point in a second here is that they just want to know how you're going to help them. So what I find is that because I am an overthinker myself, sometimes it's very irritating for myself to overthink things because I look into it too much. But I'm going to tell you right now, never ever lie to an overthinker. Here's an example is that somebody pitched me the other day and I thought about it, is this real or not? Because there's so much mistrust on the internet. After I did a little bit of digging into this person and to their product, I knew it was not real. It was fake. I'm not saying it was a scam or I'm not saying anything about that at all. Not far from that. But when people portray themselves a certain way, and when I get pitched and I don't even know the person, why would I trust you? Why would I trust your product? So I think about these things first. I'm going to do a little bit of investigating. So use your wisdom wisely when you want to flush out, I'll put it this way, the enemy. Okay. Now, because of all this chaos that's happening in the world, there are tons of opportunities out there, okay? And we're going to be going through some of this. But the first thing is that you got to believe in yourself. You got to be honest. Stop these flirtatious ways of portraying yourself to be somebody that you're not. Kudos to those people if they have a Lamborghini, they got the big house, they're living in Bali, they're living in Hawaii, whatever it may be. Good for them. To me, personally, that's not the real world. Now, you got to believe in yourself, and I'm going to show you some ways to look at how to see how some things can be deceiving. But the first thing I want to say is that with all this chaos that's amidst us all right now, I'm going to tell you right now, relating to these people that portray themselves as somebody else, is the more BS you spread, the more BS that you are going to believe. I kid you not. There has been a recent study done, and that people have, of course, lied since the dawn of time. We all know that. That's common sense. But the onslaught spin, the exaggeration, the truthiness, and how do I put it? The wild, inaccurate claims, especially on Instagram with those filters and so forth. You know, it doesn't fit for our times right now because people are demanding honesty. So much so that you may have thrown up your hands and decided to give in, indulge in a little bit of BS yourself. And after all, who doesn't? I've done it. Other people's have done it. But what it comes right down to, I've learned my lesson because I don't want to be caught in a trap of lies because one lie leads to another lie and another lie and another lie. So what I'm saying to you is that if you feel no need to pay particular attention to the bounds of truth and accuracy yourself, you're actually more likely to fall for it. What I mean, you're going to fall for other people's BS. So the design of research and conducted by a team out of the University of Waterloo, Ontario. Okay, now this is a true study. You can look it up if you don't want to listen to this, but you can look it up. What they actually found is quite funny. Actually, for the first time, the researchers have brought in 219 volunteers into a lab, and what they found was that after interviewing these people, was actually revealing how much hot air is in certain topics. It doesn't matter what it is. It's like that game we played in um, early school, grade 1 or 2, whatever it was, where somebody tells you, whispers something in your ear, and then it goes down the line, and by the it gets to the very end, it's a completely different story. Same concept, okay? So they tried this with short topic sentences and then longer topic sentences to measure how much the topic was deviated from one thing to another thing. And it was just so amazing how much the stories have changed. Now, here's the important thing is that when noting the research is distinguished between two types of BSing, the persuasive and evasive. Evasive BS is when you talk about the truth to avoid conflict. Persuasive BS is what most people of us think of when when we think of BS, trying to convince or impress others while showing a thorough lack of interest in the truth. I'm not going to point out how this is so important for you to understand. And this is going back to the being delusional about if I follow that person's path, I'm going to get the Lamborghini, I'm going to get the hot girls, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. That's persuasive BS. So if you struggle with it, look at your values and your morals of how you distinguish on this. Now, here, I'm going to give you some free tools. If you're just starting out, you probably know about these. Maybe you don't. One thing about finding some good keywords is a website called Answer the Public. Go there, play with it. You're going to get a quick understanding of what it's all about. Number 2 is Canva. Number 3 is Buffer. Canva is basically helping you to do some designing, some artwork, whatever it may be for social media, or even to creating posters, flyers, business cards. I use it. It's great. Buffer is a social media scheduling tool. It's free. If you want to pay for the advance, go right ahead. Now, here's a tool. It's called Video Leap. It's only for iOS right now. I'm not an iOS person. I don't have anything to do with Apple, but this Video Leap, if you use iOS, I highly recommend you look into it. Google Analytics, you need it. You need it, you need it, you need it. Another word for good one here for keyword search is keyword.io. Free pictures, Pixabay or Unsplash. You can use either one of those. I use them both. They're great. Google Drive. You need Google Drive to store your stuff, especially if you're doing downloads. Zapier. And number 10 that I like is WordPress. It's the easiest to manipulate when it comes to my WordPress website. I can change it. I can do it. I got the analytics. I can do everything with it I want. So anyway, that's all I have for you today when it comes to understanding some of this BS that's floating around on the internet. But you know something, I really want to know, what is the number one biggest problem that you're struggling with right now? If you have an established business or your startup, let me know. I want you to send me a video and I want you to use Loom, Loom. It's a free video tool. And I want you to send me a video describing what your number one problem that you're having right now is. And I want you to send it to me to this email address. Okay, write this down, send me an email, and I'm definitely going to get it because there's no spam filter because it's my website's email address. You can find out more information on me if you go to this YouTube channel, and also if you follow me on this Facebook business page that I have. So anyway, I hope this has all been helpful for you today. And what I'd really like to do is tell me this, and make a video, send it to me to this address. Hope you have a wonderful day and a week coming.